Let's talk about advertising. Advertising is obviously the one question that everybody has. How are you going to advertise my property? Well, we do it in so many different fashions that people say, what do you not do? What do you not do? Well, we do about everything. We have billboards. My friends get tired of seeing my face up on the billboards in the area. We do land and homes, or homes and land real estate guide, real estate books. So those are a couple of the real estate things that we get involved in. We're in local TV. We've got a commercial that runs. We've run TV ads in the Atlanta market. Direct mail. We think direct mail is very important. And as we've talked about before, is certainly referrals from past customers and clients. Some of the other things that you can want to talk about.
Phone book advertising, again, billboard advertising, as we've already said. We try to hit every medium out there, if not at all at the same time on a consistent basis. Again, the idea is we want to try to create as many buyers as we possibly can. You're in a much better position if you've got 10 buyers than you are if you've got one buyer. You're in a better negotiating position. You're much more likely to sell your property for the property price that you're asking for. So ultimately, we have and will and always will continue to advertise, get your property out there, and then track where that advertising is going, where the dollars are going, and how is the best way to continue doing this.
Or even in the grocery stores on the
grocery carts.
Yep.
So we're everywhere.
We're a little bit everywhere. Who's the most likely person to purchase your property? What are the characteristics of that person? Well, we've compiled a list of characteristics to help you understand and us understand who that buyer is. They will be 55 years of age with an income of around $71,000. 57% want their vacation home close to a job, school, primary residence. 86% will not rent out their second home. Medium distance between home and second home is 49 miles. 88% of vacation home buyers travel to the property by automobile. 83% of the time the second home purchased is a single-family detached home. Median purchase price for vacation home, $190,000. 83% of the time vacation home buyers use a real estate agent in their search. 59% of the time they will also use the internet. 70+% of vacation home buyers' households have no children under 18 residing in the home. 29% of the time this will be personal family retreat. 27% of the time it will be used primary residence in the future. 16% of the time it will be used solely as a vacation second home. The four most important attributes of a second home in order are close to a job, school, close to primary residence, close to preferred recreational activity, and is safer than their primary residence. The four most important leisure activities: beach, lake, water sports, biking, hiking, horseback riding, golf, boating, hunting. 54% of vacation home buyers spend less than 3 months in the property. 92% of vacation home buyers see it as a good investment. 67% will not purchase another property within 2 years. 85% of second homes are within 199 miles of primary residence. 50% of all vacation homes are between 1,000 and 1,500 square feet. The four most used sources of information to find a vacation home: real estate agent, yard sign, open house, and the internet. The two main places where a buyer first learn about their vacation homes: real estate agent, friend, neighbor, relative. 40% of vacation home buyers frequently used in the internet in their search, and the median search time for a second home is 7 weeks. The median number of homes visited is 6. Valuable information to understand that buyer. Let's talk about direct mail. I think many of you have received my direct mail. Why is it important? Well, it's important to stay in front of the people out there that to know who to call when they're looking to buy or sell real estate. So that's why we do that. I've had a number of people says quality of the print advertising that you're sending out in your direct mail is unlike any other, and so by that they can tell that we're going to do a good job, and I have to say that I believe in that. Let's talk a little bit more in depth about that.
Well, we went with a company called Hobbs Herder, and we created a marketing campaign based around Mike, which one of the core parts of that is the direct mail piece. We have a database of 4,800 people. The main part of that database is our property owners, waterfront property owners on Lake Keowee. And that's where we focus the majority of our and again, probably you guys, hopefully if you're watching this, you've seen one or two of these pieces going out to you. If you hadn't, then we'll get to you shortly. And it is a large undertaking. One of the key things here is you got to keep this database up to date. We have a person whose sole responsibility is to come back in and make sure that that system is up to date, make sure that we have the right addresses and that we have the newest property owners and keep up with that system. And again, it's just a great way for us to communicate with you as a property owner, to tell you what's going on in the area, to tell you what kind of properties have sold, to give you information about new things that are coming out.
Market updates. I know a lot of people have called in and said they love the market updates to look at what recently sold in the market.
Absolutely, and again, I think one of the key components of that too is we wanted to create a very high quality piece, and we've spent a lot of money creating a high quality piece and creating this database. It took us over 9 months to create the database originally. So very difficult to create, very difficult to maintain, but in the end it is a key component to making sure that we get the most number of people interested in your property that we possibly can.
Let's talk about internet marketing. I'd like to welcome my brother and partner, broker in charge, marketing director, all the above, Matt Roach.
Yeah, I think one of the key things to talk about now is the internet. 87 to 94% of all searches for real estate now begin on the web. To that end, what we've done is gone out and actually we have our listings on over 30 separate sites. One of the key parts of that is you want to try to be in front of as many people as you possibly can in order to try to create as many leads as you possibly can. Not only is it good to have websites, it's also good to have very good websites. So one of the things that we do is we get enhanced listings. We'll get additional pictures, we'll get virtual tours, we'll get things like this where we've got walk-in or video walkthroughs, which are great ways for people to get an idea of what's going on with property. Printable brochures, directions, what other interesting things are around a piece of property. Ultimately, what we try to do is bring all the information about that piece of property to the person looking at it, and again, to try to look at it as many places as possible. We believe that with 31 separate sites and the crown of that being myroachonline.com, that we are able to get your property out to the most people possible. And the key to that is we get it to more people are going to be interested, more people are interested, more likely we are to get a buyer for your property.
Well, the proof's in the pudding on that, because every morning, one of the first things I do when I go in the office is I'm checking the emails. I do that in the mornings and I usually do it in the evenings. And every day I am getting emails and questions from one of our websites that we've put these listings on. So I'm responding. I can send them more detailed information. I can send them to the website to get those virtual tours in their minds when they're looking at the property. So these are very important tools.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about signs. This particular setup cost us about $100, and why do we spend the money on it? Well, market research has shown us that this type of sign will bring in more buyers. So that's why we're going to spend the money. The other thing you can be guaranteed of on any listing, any sign, we're going to have a brochure box, and we're using a very high-end grade paper here, as you can see, and we're using a color copy on all of our listings. Important information on top, along with our web address, our internet sites, and then also you'll see we have a plat on each of our properties. So this is all important information when we're out there listing your property.